Pick up another you call in the parking lot in Tucson. Are you with me? When I stand with the roof gone, I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Then if you get a move on, like you haul, and I know we like to go slow, but we could go faster. Maybe the best.
Hey, you guys, welcome in. Welcome in. What is up? What's up? Welcome in, honey. Hold on, I gotta get my pictures. I gotta airdrop. Hold on. Hold on. We are here to talk. And I'm sorry I was a little late. I had to come up here. I was down there talking to my neighbor about the show, child, and about all the stuff that's going on. Hold on, yeah. Hold on, y'all. Let me get on up in here. Delete some stuff. We finna go to the Georgia Peach. We finna go to the Georgia Peach. Cause that's where we're heading on I-85, downtown Atlanta, the peach state. All right, y'all, let's go. Let's get it. Okay. All right. I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to the Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. Okay, we're in a picture of my girls. We're gonna talk about what happened this second episode of season. Is it 12? 17? 17. Oh, it ain't 12. I'm sorry. They've been around a little longer. 17 with the girls. And tonight, we got a lot to discuss. So tonight, honey, got tea. So Portia, Kelly, and K. Michelle went to lunch. Hold on, let me close my door. So they went out to lunch with K. Michelle. K. Michelle wanted the girls to get together. She had some news to share with the ladies, and she wanted to share this first about her newly endeavors with, Portia and Kelly. And so Portia say, they're in a good place, her and Kelly. And Kelly says she really wants to get to know her because she feel like they have a lot of things in common that she could see, like as mothers and business women. And Portia says she think that's true, but they also have to deal with what it was between them to where they really couldn't get to know each other that well. And when she got a little closer to Shamia, that's when she turned more toxic with her. And Kelly said no. And then Portia said she did a particular interview and she said it hurt her feelings, which is hard to do. She said, yeah, well, wish that P, hey, would stop effing people husbands. And she did say that. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me say to everybody. Hey, Latoya. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Mons. Hey, y'all. And so they showed a clip of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 after show where Kelly said that she need to stop sleeping with everybody's husband, and Shamia said damn, and then Portia said she think, hey, Clock noted. And Portia say it stings more with someone saying it, and she say you not clean, you got a past of what you did in Pleasantdale. Kelly say what you talking about? And Portia said with married men. And Kelly said, what married man? And she said, who's sleeping with married men? And Portia said, I mean, you have. And Kelly said, I never slept with a married man. Portia said, you never slept with a married man? Kelly said, no, I have not. She said, you absolutely did. And Kelly looking like, wait, what? And K. Michelle is sitting here looking like, wait a minute, who is the man? Wait a minute. Like, hold on. So Portia was like, yeah, girl. Kelly said, what? So K. Michelle is looking like her mouth just dropped like, girl, what? So, Portia say a friend of hers got a text from a married man. And this man is telling him, oh my gosh, I just F Kelly. And she said, while you were there in the bed, you was on the phone with someone and they heard you say something about Dennis. And then Kelly say, I never said about Dennis, girl. And it say it's all in text. Now, listen, we're gonna get into Dennis in a few because Dennis and Kelly have been going at it. I got the proof. Just hold on. So, Portia said, she said to the guy that said, she said she on the phone with Portia. That's why the guy ended up saying to her, who, Kelly? Kelly in the bed with such and so. And Portia say, you lying. So K Michelle say she confused as hell. She say she don't know who Kelly slept with. She's looking at Portia like this is so unfair. Talking about this lady, her pop, lock, and drop it. Okay? She said her. She say, I'm glad I'm not a Kelly. And Kelly say, why we talk about you and Dennis? And Portia said, yes, and Kelly said, let's be very clear. If I was going to do anything and beg anybody, do you think I would be thinking about Portia and Dennis if I'm in bed with anybody? Have you seen Dennis lately? And Portia say, if we're going to eventually be cool, she keeps taking digs though. Yes, on the current season. Yes. Oh no, baby, this happened tonight. This happened tonight. This happened at the lunch that K Michelle had bringing the good news to Portia and Kelly. And Portia and Kelly was supposed to get along. This happened tonight, girl. Remember Kelly said last season, oh, you sleep with married men, and she kept talking to Portia about the married man. So Portia said, okay, well, since you're going to talk about me and married men, let me talk about you and married men. And that's what she said. She was in the bed with somebody. Yup. But my thing is, Portia, is this your get back? Yes, girl. I'm trying to see, is this her get back? Because she really did feel hurt by Kelly. She felt like Kelly took a side with Shamia. Kelly and Shamia are best friends. And she felt, I'm going to be honest, Shamia should have a little smile and a little, kiki. And I'm going to tell you why. You got two of your best. Portia's still her best friend. I don't care what nobody say. They still love each other on the low. Ain't nobody wouldn't fight nobody and feel like nobody taking their best friend. You got two best friends fighting over each other. That's what it give. Two best friends fighting over the best friend. That's what it gives to me, y'all. I don't see this as, oh, no, these are friends fighting over the friend, the best friend. Who gonna hold that best friend spot? Okay? So Portia say, if we gonna be cool, I don't want you to treat, you can't expect for me not to treat you how you expect for me, to accept how you treat me, and I don't treat you the same way you treat me. And Kelly was like, okay. So, Kelly say she played this game of she wanna be her friend and she dropped the BS and she like, get the hell out of here. So Kelly say, I don't even speak for you about you. And Portia said, you remember that? And, Kelly said it was an after show. It wasn't pressed. So she said, exactly. And she say, and Kelly say, and so do I. And then this is when Kelly told on herself. So Portia say, I don't speak on yours. And Kelly said, you just spoke on mine. So is it true, Kelly? Like, what's really going on? And I do feel like Portia was playing, and I do feel like she had to get that off her chest. And Portia did say last episode, she said, I'm gonna get you back. I already know. She said, right now, I'm a Southern lady. I'm gonna treat you nice in my home. But trust me, once I leave out my home, I'm getting you back for that one. And she did just that. She did just that. She got Kelly back. The producers was already telling Portia Kelly was talking shit. They were talking shit about this girl house, about how she took the house from Simon, about all of this and that, and giving a kiki ka. So Portia said, okay, I know y'all gonna be talking shit. That's all y'all talk about. So I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. And that's what Portia did. She gave them what they wanted. So, they going back and forth. And, Kelly say, when did they say I was out here sleeping with people her? So she say, I'm not saying it now. We speaking in private now. And Kelly said, we're not speaking it privately. And she said, and Portia said, yes, we are. And Portia snickering and laughing. The kid, is laughing at her. And Portia said, yes, we are, just as privately as you said what you said. As you said, I sleep with people's husbands. And then Kelly say, I mean, this is public as we can get. We're in a public restaurant, a public space with public people across from Publix. And Kelly asked, was she okay? K Michelle asked Kelly, was she okay? I do. I'm gonna tell you why. Simon wanted her to quit all her jobs and he wanted to take care of her. The only thing that he wanted Portia to do was to stay at home, take care of the kids, clean, keep the house kept up, and cook. She did that. But he put that in a subpoena. So he knew what it was. When he signed that thing, not the subpoena, but the what you call them things they have as couples? The prenup. So he said if she do right in that years and they, break up or have a divorce, she get everything, and that's what happened. His lawyer did it. Oh man, Simon just mad because he thought he was gonna scam another housewife and make her look bad. Yeah, like she handled the first one, pretty much. She sure did. And Cordell didn't give her nothing, but Simon did. She sure did. So, Kelly say she don't like to be a lot, but she did make it awkward. And Portia say she don't know. She just felt that, she just felt like, she say she feel good. She say, I agree. I agree. So Portia say if she say I don't feel good about it, but but I just felt like getting it off my chest because of the things. There was a lot of things that you said that you was speaking on, so I spoke on it. Kelly said I could speak on a lot of things too, but Kelly, Portia just showed Kelly how to. Somebody say Portia showed Kelly how to be a housewife. Yes, she did. I'm gonna tell you why. Kelly, you was sneakering about this girl having another man in this house, in that man's house, as a date. But you, ma'am, was talking about it, and she just showed you how to play the housewife rule. And I think you kind of dropped the ball, baby. Ain't gonna lie. Go. Hey, Cancer. Because my thing is, you was doing all that on season 1, and now she getting you there. Oh, Portia, you ain't right. That ain't cool. But you said what you had to say last season. And I mean, I'm sorry, not season 1, episode 1. You said what you had to say last season in this new episode. Last episode, which was episode 1. So my question is, what you thought was gonna happen? Welcome to Atlanta Housewives, baby. So, Kelly, she could have spoke on her about what she know to be true. And then Portia say, I could have spoke on for what I know to be true. And I didn't do you like that. Like you tried to do me. And so Kelly was like, I don't do you like that either. So let's cut it out. So as they sitting here talking, sipping tea, they getting loud. And a lot of people looking like, girl, is that Portia and Kelly and K. Michelle them? Are they fighting? So K. Michelle is sitting here looking. She say, all this is some bullshit if you ask me. What's the purpose of any of this going on? And why am I stuck here in the middle? But, but K. Michelle say, we said some things that we're not happy with. Okay, everybody here, we got some crumps and shit and something to drink and all type of things going on. And can we cheers? So, Kelly say she gonna toast with sugar because Portia say, I'm sorry, she gonna toast with sugar because she want to be sweet. So Portia digs into the sugar thing and put sugar in the tea. Girl, Portia. We were getting old Portia this season, y'all. Y'all kept saying Portia was acting different. Portia don't want to talk about nothing. Y'all wanted this. Now it's Portia. I don't know. No, baby. You're getting the Portia you wanted, and you got it tonight. Baby, she dug in that thing, and she said she dug out that sugar, honey. And she had sugar. And she clinking the nails on the glass, and K. Michelle say, and Kelly holding 2 champagne glasses, and Portia say, K. Michelle say, we're gonna let bygones be bygones, and we're gonna move forward. That's what we're gonna do. And so she say it's good. You're out there laughing, and she say, I just want to know. She say, I want to know if you're gonna give me a hug like you did Drew. That's what Kelly said. And then it showed a clip to the reunion of Portia hugging Drew. And then Portia say, come on, hug me, baby. Come on. So K. Michelle, I can't stand y'all. Guess what, y'all? So they get up and they give each other a hug. And then, wait a minute. So let me tell you what happened. Kelly reaches Portia's chest And she said, "Come on, baby." She said, "You already where you need to be." And poor Kelly said, "You already like put the titties about." Girl, they doing too much, honey. So she smashes, try to smash her boobies in her face, and they gave each other a hug. And then Kelly said, "You think I can't body slam that bitch? You seen her ass?" Child, she say seriously. She say she can't body slam her, so she might as well F her. She say she can't body slam her, so she can F her and go on with her life. So she basically said that she would sleep with Portia just to move on. Cause Portia got a fat ass. Where did we get here? So K Michelle say, "I'm glad we doing this. With this experience and all this shit. I love it. And they start laughing. She say this is different. And so, then we go over to Pinky house. And it's so y'all, okay, so listen. I've known them before they got to where they are. I've used to eat at their places before they got to where they reached. And it's just so y'all, excuse me, but I'm just so happy for this moment for them. Because I experienced both of their restaurants before they even got to where they're at now. And it's so amazing. They work so hard, y'all. Seriously. So yeah, her butt is big. So we see Derek with his Pinky husband playing with, their son DJ. The son, he was glad that, that's the last one. And then he talking about he gonna help Pinky. She could put some oil in there and it'll be the last. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Hold on. Give me one. My bad, y'all. I don't know who Milo think he is this time of night. He know what time it is. But yeah, she was like, whatever. So Pinky say her and her husband has been together for 5 years. They fell in love and she got pregnant 3 months after they met, which she did. And she said, "Do as I say, not as I do." and and Montel Jordan was the person that did their wedding, the pastor at the wedding. And she said they have 3 kids biologically, and he has 2 older daughters from a previous relationship. They have Dallas, who's 11, Denver, um, Dallas, who is, hold on, let me get this ages right. Um, he has an older daughter named Dallas. They have a daughter named who is 11. They have Denver. How old is Denver? Because I remember Denver. Dallas is 11. Denver is 9. Ella, who's 4. DJ, who's 3. And they new baby. Youngest, she said, what's another? She don't forget her youngest baby name. Dash. I think Dash is 2 or 1 years old. And so you know, so Derek mom is over there and he say, "Hey mom," I mean Pinky mom is over there and she say, "Hey mom, answer." He say, "Hey mom, answer how she had 3 kids back to back." And she say, "I've been trying to figure out herself." And then she say she want to have another one. He say, and her mama say, "Huh?" She say, "Hell to the no." And she say, "What you don't know is I'm already pregnant." And she say, "What?" She say, "You better be kidding." And she started laughing. Yes, Sway is introduced it to with Portia on this new season. I think it is on this episode. We almost a Sway girl. Hold on. Hold on for the ride. Cause baby, when you see they how the people felt about Sway girl, you gonna fall out. So Pinky say, she grew up very Jamaican. Her mother was a hard worker. She worked 4 jobs every single day. And she really showed her what it was meant to be a boss. And she they talking about wagwan to the baby. So Pinky say she started slugging vegan and yep, she started slugging vegan in 2018 in her apartment. And she started as a ghost kitchen. It was a food truck, and there would be like 500 people standing in front of the line to go to Slutty Vegan because she had it as a food truck where she rode around Atlanta and she'll park it and people come and eat it. Hey, and she says she opened up 14 locations in Atlanta. I know the one in Bankhead, not Southside, going towards Bankhead. She built $100 million brand, and she said the people that she put in place couldn't go where she needed them to go. And she said she was $20 million in debt. And she did a thing where she said she made a lot of money. She went flat broke. She had people lie on her, and everything she built it crumbled, and she lost her company. And she said won her company back after losing it for 43 days. And she said, here it is. And she said she's doing it things on her term, in her way. And so she's going to have a pop. She's telling Derek how she has a pop-up shop. And, they have a line down the block. And she brought in a whole team, presidents. She says she might be brand new. She says she brought in a lot of new things. And she says it's a lot for her. And she's not going to lie. But she do it with a smile. And, Derek says it's been a rough season. But this season, it built them for everything they're about to come. Because he got to build his corporate stores. But the franchise are taking off. And Pinky say, I don't think you need to build more corporate stores. She say she think he need to do more franchise. And he say, I've been in business more longer than you, right? And she say, no, you have not. And she say Derek owned the Big Dave's cheesesteaks. He owns that, and he's number 6 in the country of the fastest growing restaurants. And she say her baby daddy get down, and they don't have a prenup. So she say that's her business too. Listen, if you are in Atlanta and you go try their egg rolls, their Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, man, with that sauce, oh my God, hitting. And their wings are busting, okay? So he say they so dominant, he say he don't care, what anybody say. He say he humbles her. And he also said that she used to people flacking to whatever, she got going on. And when he said, I humble you, she said, who? She said, excuse me? How did you humble me? He said, I did humble you because we balance it out. And you a dominant woman, and it forces you to level up too. He said, she asked him, do he likes being with a dominant woman? Girl is so good. And her slutty vegan, they big burgers. You're gonna be full after you eat it. Trust me. I had one. I had a couple of times. Don't mind me. But she said, she asked him did he like being with a dominant woman, and he says he does because it pushes him. He say it pushes him. He said they've been through so much. They've been through kids, her for the last year battling to get her company back. That's been behind closed doors because it's hard. And he said if he in his season of his biggest wins, he trying to figure out how to be there with her in the same emotion. And he said it was difficult because he had to do something, or he's not understanding what she got going on until right at the end. And she said, yeah, she had a lot lonely nights. He said you didn't have lonely nights. And she said, no, because you was beside me. But she said mentally she felt lonely mentally because she went through it. And she asked him, did you feel like you was there for me at my hard times? He said he felt like I was there as much as I could be there. And she said it was very difficult because she's crying out for help, and she don't know if he can recognize how tough it was for his wife to go through what she was going through. And he said, that 100% that I literally wanted to be there for you. And she said people can say that he wasn't there for you, but she know no marriages is easy. Most marriages don't work out. But she said, here we are, and we get through it every single time. And she said, listen, I went to hell and back. She said, I made it. I got the company back, and I'm fixing it slutty vegan. It's going to be bigger than what it is. And she said, get your popcorn. Yeah, I can understand it too. Because, he got stuff he got to do. And he feeling like if he leave her to do what he got to do, it's like, damn, like, I watched her and now look at this. So, yeah, he did what he could, like he said, So then we go to K. Michelle. She gonna look at her new home, child. She say she got the driver. She got a lake in the back. K. Michelle house is nice. So, she get out the car with her husband, her new husband, and he say we definitely out of the stick. She say, oh, that's what I need to be away from all the noise. And he say, you like the country living. So she far out. She got a house far out with a lake. She's not far from the city, but she just where she can just be where she at. And then she say, "You gotta pick me up and carry me through the home." And she kicking her feet, child. And she say, Dr. Cass and Sam say they have been the best of friends since junior high. She said they dated for 10, 11 years and they never married her. And she went into the situation saying she don't want to be married. She don't want that. And then she realized he didn't do it. She felt offended. She felt very offended. She say so she left to show him who she was. And her husband was trying to come back and you gonna do what you're supposed to do. And she said they got married, and a realtor, she told the realtor, "We got married." And she realtor say, "What?" And she said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "Don't a lot of people know, but thank you." She said she got married. She said he popped the question because he didn't have no other choice. She said they went to the courthouse. She recorded it, and they got married at the courthouse. He said, "How you feel today?" He just looking at her like shaking his head. She said, "I can sit up here and give you a fairy tale. And he loves me so much that he wanted to be with me and just swept me off my feet." He said, "Oh no, baby, we sat around for 10 years." She said, "But we were on a breakup." And she said she was going to marry another man. And he realized you got to pop out and let him know. And so she went to look around the home. Baby, it's nice. She got a big fridge, a nice. He said, "You're going to make a lot of cooking for your husband." She turned her head. A big stove. She got a wine cup thing. She said it's wine fridge, but she going to put moonshine instead of the wine, and he agreed. He said he just need a main space. She can have the rest of the he need a man cave, and he said she can have the rest of the house. She said, "I don't think no man need no man cave." You got a lot to bear. So she said that she's going to open up some of the house, and she gave him a closet. She gave him two closets and hold his scrubs and stuff in there. And she asked, "Was that okay?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." He said, hopefully he could get some more dinner, good dinner practice in Georgia. And she said, "Yeah." And she asked him, how did he feel about it? He said he just got to get the license. And he's excited about the future to do it. So mostly when it comes to the medical field, a lot of people don't know when you're like RN and all that stuff, you have to when you go to another state, most states want you to get the license because he is a dentist. They want you to get the license in the state of Georgia. So you have to go through all of that again, the testing part to get your certified license in the state of Georgia. So instead of him having it just in Tennessee, he will have it in the state of Georgia as well, which I think is a good thing. I think that's great for him. I think that'll be great. So, she said Caston says he has a successful practice in Memphis, Tennessee with his father, and now he's ready to turn into his dentist, into an 11 to Georgia. And she say, "I got a question. How you be doing people teeth and y'all be having all this doctors have on their scrubs and their sausage is always sitting on the top of their scrubs?" And he say very much Caston, she just she's known that he's been very understanding. She said, "I just need you to make sure that you understand that your sausage stay in your pants and in your scrubs." K Michelle is hell. He gonna be okay. He dealt with it for 10 years, y'all. She said, "I ain't got time for none of it." He started laughing. She's saying those scrubs never get to support me. He got the old women looking back and talking to them about their man. She say, "I can't understand why you gotta talk while you're in the dentist. Don't you got something in your mouth? Like, why is you talking?" And then she say she want her chicken coop with her chickens and a baby. And he said, "I don't think I care for any chicken." She say, "And a baby." She say she want a baby. "And I'm getting a baby." And Caston said she gonna get that baby. She said she always wanted a baby girl, but God have a sense of humor and he gave her a son. And she got the keys to her home. And and she said she loved her son more than anything in life, but it's always been a thing for her to have a mini her. And she said that she's struggling in infertility and she's trying to get her ovaries running. So, that happened and they got their home and she's excited. It got a nice balcony to overlook her chicken coop like she want to in her lake. It's very country, very rustic. So then we go to Kelly, talk to Shamia. and Angela about her ex-husband. Now, if you guys know, Kelly was going through child support and stuff like that with her ex-husband. And then she talked about the sit down with K. Michelle and Portia. So they go over to Kelly's house, and Shamia say, "You okay? I don't like it." And she says it's kind of in the morning. She say Lamont text her, um, saying, "Hey, I know, your ex-husband just did an interview with Tasha K." And this, when they filmed this, it came out that you know, her ex Kelly ex-husband did do an interview with Tasha K at the time they were filming. And Shamia said, "What, he doing sit down interviews?" And she was like, "Yeah." So then Angela came in, and they gave Angela a hug. And so Angela said, "What's going on? What did I interrupt?" So she said that her ex-husband did an interview with Tasha K. And Angela said that's never good. And she said, Shamia say, "No, like, why are you doing interviews?" And Kelly was like, "Why? Excuse me." So Kelly said the fact that he would go on a distasteful blog, although, oh, she finna go off tonight. Is Tasha K live? Oh Lord. But she said it doesn't surprise her, but it hurts her. She said her divorce was final September 2024, and she put it behind her, but he is never going to stop emotionally draining her until he's feel like he succeeded. And Angela say she can't stand a man that talk too much. He's just a itch. He talk too damn much for her. He all that talking he doing. She can't stand a man that do all that talking. Like, we break up, you run to somebody to talk. She said, "I just can't stand that." And so she like, "Oh my God, that's an itch quality." And so Shamia say, God is blessing and the devil's messing. And what just happened? Okay. And and Kelly said, "Yeah." Say Angela say, "Ooh, I like it." And she said, "I know we have girls and our girls need clothes, so they around here at a place shopping for girl clothes." And they found little outfits, like a boutique for their girls. They girls and stuff. And they say it's hard shopping for twins, because Kelly says it's hard shopping for twins because you got to find everything alike, and it's hard for them to do that because she want them to dress alike. And she say it's hard. And then Shamia asked how the kids are doing, and she said they were doing good, they're getting better. And she said the debt is deading. And she said the fact that a couple of months ago it was lawsuits and all in the blogs, things going on with the restaurant. She was supposed to open it, and it wasn't going to open, and she was just ready to walk away from it and say, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to do. And she said it's definitely not going to happen overnight, but getting Sandy Springs to open was super important. The debt was $100,000 in unpaid rent, and she paid $50,000 to the landlord, and that just wasn't two other things that go into opening a restaurant. And she said she probably spent close to $100,000 just to be open. She say, so no, Cha Cha hasn't got her hair done in months, when she's talking about the dog. So Cha Cha, the little Chihuahua child, she got this color hair and look like a little lace front for dogs. Don't ask me nothing what the hell Kelly got going on with this damn dog. So, she said that, she has an opening on Friday. And so she said, "You guys eating on Friday or what?" She said they have a chicken and waffles. And she said, Angela said, even if we fight down the line, the fight's down, even if they fight down the line, Angela said the fact still remains that her food is top tier. So if you are, and I'm not sure the new location, but I'll put it on my wall. And if you are in Atlanta and you want some Nana chicken and waffles, you can go to Kelly Place and go get you some chicken and waffles. And by the time I go back to Atlanta, I'm going to hit up all these spots, okay? As I always have and will. Period. I just haven't tried the chicken and waffles. Now, I wanted to try K. Michelle's spot when I got there, and I couldn't try it. But if she do open her spot again, Pinks and Petals, I think it was, or something like that, I would love to try it. I still want to try the bistro. So, hey. So, Shamia asked how she's taking time to process the stuff that Drew, went back and had a conversation with Phaedra. about Phaedra about, and they showed a clip about how Drew had a conversation with Phaedra and how Drew didn't believe Angela. And Angela and Drew say the receipts were receipting when she told her friend as well. And so Shamia say she trying to blue over that the part, and Angela say she did tell her she spoke to Phaedra and she did process it, and it is what it is. She said she don't. Angela say she don't understand why Shamia wants her and Drew to have an issue. Well, because she don't like Drew. You cool with Shamia? Let's be honest. You're cool with Kelly, and they're really not that cool with Drew. Meaning, I guess you feel like you gotta pick a side. I guess. I guess. I don't know, but that's what it sounds like to me. So Angela trying to figure out, why we gotta have an issue because you don't like the girl. I like all of y'all. I love being around all of y'all. I'm getting to know y'all. It's my second season. We have gotten to know each other. I love the vibe. I love what we are. What I got going on with you and Kelly has nothing to do with me and Drew friendship. And I agree. That's whatever. So Angela say she definitely, trying to invoke a reaction from her, and she called her Shamessi. She says Shamessi is active. So Kelly said that her and Kay and P went out for tea. And P's talking to her and saying, well, you said I need to stop sleeping with everybody's husband. And Shamia looking like, what? But Shamia, if you trying to be funny, you hooked them up. Let's not forget. Anywho, allegedly, that's what I heard. I don't know. So she like, okay. So the look that she gave, like, come on, Shamia. So Kelly say, when you thought for yourself to be so perfect, I heard, since you proud on yourself to be so perfect, she told them that Portia said, I heard that you sleep with married men. So Angela like, oh my God. And she let out a sigh. Shamia say, no, she didn't. And she say it went back to the dirty tea. And then she say, well, wait a minute, Portia. And then Shamia say, you said that, but I'm probably didn't say it, but I'm telling you, but this the same person walked into another woman's home, went to a pool, gave her a hug, shook her husband's hands, and took her around and married him. Well, Shamia was there. Shamia, how did you feel about that situation? I love Shamia now, but Shamia, you let her talk smack. I know y'all ain't cool no more, but Shamia, we saw you there. You, Tanya. Oh, Shamia wasn't there. I'm sorry. But Shamia, you was there through the engagement. Shamia, you, from what I heard, y'all met through each other. They met through each other, allegedly. That was Lauren that was there, my bad. And another thing, Portia was not friends with Fallon. Portia introduced her on the show. They were not friends. The only people that was cool, like Dennis said, was Dennis and Simon. Dennis asked, was Portia off limits, allegedly. Dennis said, yeah, I'm not dating her and she not dating nobody else. See, they come on here trying to get the tea. Dennis already done spoke the tea. So everybody say, let's drink every time we hear Portia and Shamia talk. So then it showed the clip of how they met and stuff, And then Kelly started going to confessional, Horsha. So I thought they got over this, but I see Kelly like to keep it going. So talking about Horsha. And then Kelly say, you want me to give you a hug now like you did Drew? And she say, ain't no way. And Shamia say, ain't no way I'm hugging, but I do know Portia. Well, Shamia, Portia know you too. I hate this between them two. Oh, but I know you. I know y'all know each other. Y'all know every dirty thing about each other. Y'all grew up together. Y'all hung out. Don't do that on no national TV. Like, for real. This starting to get on my nerves. If you miss her, Shamia, say you miss your friend. Why are we doing this? Girl. So Shamia say you have to de-escalate that situation. And Shamia say we all know that Kelly know what she had to do to de-escalate and it worked, but in a way, and it's never gonna be good after that. Ain't no way. So Shamia say, And she inviting Portia, and she said yes, she gonna invite Portia. She gotta pay for all the food. Child, so they trying to put the dog in it, child. So then we go to Portia introduce Sway. So Portia walks in into this place that they're at, and everybody got a wristband to go in and have fun. So Angela is there. Portia meets up with Angela, Phaedra, which I'm glad that Angela and Phaedra are good. And she introduced Sway, and she said, "This is my friend Sway." And everybody, Angela say, "Ooh." And and Sway say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Sway." Sway was the one that got picked to be the relationship with. She was dating two men, and Phaedra say, "Ooh, these hands." So Phaedra say, She say it's giving Atlanta. So producer asks Portia, "Who is this person?" She say, "This is my lady friend Sway." She say, "I'm what you call." She said, "You just call me Christopher Columbus." She said she just trying to, date and be in the lady pond, You can call her P, for real. And so Drew Sidora show up, and she gave everybody a hug. And she said, "Phaedra and I are here." And so she turned around and she see Portia. She don't say nothing. She said, "Oh, we bringing people together." And then Angela said, "I thought we were going to go on forever." She said, she happy. Drew say she happy that, Phaedra and Angela can hash it out. And Drew say if Portia, can hash it out with their differences and be back in this really different place, we an example. And she said she happy to see Angela and Phaedra turning over a new leaf. So Drew say, "What's the celebration without a little toast?" And Portia said, "Well, what do you want?" And she asked her, "What are you drinking?" And she say, "Tequila." Yeah, and she asked. So Drew looking like, I think Drew knew about Sway already, y'all. Cause she didn't say hey. She said hey to Sway too, but she didn't ask. We finna see. Did she ask? Did she not ask? Well, let's see, shall we? So Sway go off to go get the drinks. And then Drew say, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" And Portia say, "It's just a date night. I'm dating." And she's smiling from ear to ear, honey. Portia is cheesing hard about Sway. She like, "I'm just dating, I'm just dating. I'm just seeing what's going on here. Like, I mean, I'm kind of feeling her bit, you know what I'm saying? She kind of fly, she fine, we vibing, and we're just dating." And the way she said it, like, we vibing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. She might snatch my Lady V card for tonight fully as I transfer onto the other side. Oh, so then, and then, I'm sorry. So Angela say, "So where's Mr. Black?" And then, they showed a clip about Mr. Black. And she say it's casual. And Phaedra say, "We need a double date." And Phaedra in her confession say Portia is a free spirit. If they got the capital, you got some, wait, hold on. She say you got some money for the cat. You got some money for the pussy, okay? And she started laughing. And Angela say Portia's a very fluid individual, and she doesn't hide her attraction for anybody that she's attracted to. And they showed how, Portia told Candy, how Candy told Portia she wanted to kiss her, and how Portia told Candy she wanted to do other things. And Kenya say she see your Latoya Stroud and Portia, and they were grinding and kissing. And then, then when she went on the girls trip, Real Housewives, the little Asian man said, "You're gonna have a problem with lesbian." And she said, "Oh." And she said people say a lot about her being with women in the past. She said she had a lot of things to say about her being with women in the past. But she said literally it was the worst kept secret. And she said, "This is the first woman that I am pursuing to date." Yes. She said, "However, have I tipped toes and feet and hands in a lady pond?" She said she has. So Drew said, "Did y'all meet here?" And then Portia say, "No, we came together." Now let me tell you how Drew told on herself. Drew say, "Why are you living my life?" Y'all remember Drew? Drew and what's her name? So Drew just confirmed it. She say, "Why are you living my life?" with Mimi ex-girlfriend. Remember we talked about that? So now she coming out saying they was a couple. Girl, this too much. Hold on. And she say, I done trying to tell you, girl, I don't know why you quiet. And Portia say, y'all called that. She said, whatever her truth is, that's for her to tell. And then remember last year when Andy said you admitted to sending flirty texts to your ex Ty. And she was like, yeah. It said they actually both, and she Mimi said they both spoke average 3,000 minutes a month. And Drew say we have remained to say we're friends. No, 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 baby. Y'all were dating and you just confirmed it tonight. And as we know, Drew has confirmed her and they were and dating, and Portia was living her life. Drew confirmed tonight. Did we miss that? No, we didn't. Baby, yes. She's confirmed it. Allegedly. She confirmed it though. I'm just saying, it's all on TV and shit. Y'all got Peacock, y'all can watch it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what your package is. I'm just saying. Okay? So Portia just sat down and looked. And then she said, thank you, friend. So they took a toast, honey. And Drew kind of like, this is new. So Angela was talking to Phaedra and how she say she talked to Kelly and how Portia and her had words. And Portia said that Kelly slept with a married man. And Phaedra say, oh. And so Kelly walked up, Portia walked up. She said, she said, y'all good? And Phaedra looking like, oh, snap. So Sway walked by, you know, Portia or whatever. And she said, I just walked up. What's going on? So Phaedra told Portia, she telling me that you and Kelly got into it about something. And Angela said, Kelly told me that you said that she slept with a married man. And she say, oh, she want to spread her own tea? Wait a minute. So, you know, Angela say, oh, okay. Angela say, she said that she kind of confronted you about it. And she said it was awkward for a minute. And then we hugged it out. And then we were pretty much done with it. And, you know, Angela went back and carried the bone and told Portia where she called you Horsea. And, you know, and she was like, well, you know, so Portia say, oh, she said, what she say? And whatever that bitch said, because we honestly, once we finished the conversation, we were done. So Portia say she find it really odd that Kelly would confide in Angela. Because she say, didn't her neck hurt before she did that? When she had to look up at. So she say she find it odd because Kelly got to look up at Angela. She said, wait, what do they got going on this season? She said, did her neck hurt looking? She said, I know she had to look up at her. Did her neck hurt doing that? Why are they like this? The Horsea. And then why did she call that girl? Talking about did her neck hurt? Because she did. Producers don't put the clip. I can't look it up. I'm not. Oh my God. Why is they like this, man? And she say, so Portia say, I guess she's still around here saying it. And then Phaedra say, well, you got to go out to Nana's waffle. You got to try Nana's waffle and chicken. And she say, I'm not going if you call me Horsea. She say, that's childish, just beneath me, but whatever. But y'all enjoy Friday. So Portia say so Angela asked, was Portia coming? She say, absolutely not. And she say, you know, Angela say, you don't want no chicken and waffles? And Portia say, I really don't eat waffles like that. I'm not on carbs. So Phaedra say, all right, it's time for us to go in. I think it's going to get ready to start. So they went to a movie premiere. So we get to Drew and Shamia try to talk things out. So I think they're like at a birthday party. And so Drew said that, you know, Shamia has said a lot of mean things. And then Shamia said, you have too, Drew. And so Shamia mama stepped in and she say, no, she say, okay, girls, hold on, girls. And she say, what y'all, she say, do y'all see the family in the midst trying to tell people in the midst trying to tear you down? She say, this is an event. There's an office spirit. They're at Nana Chicken and Waffles, I think it is. They're somewhere. Yeah, that Kelly event. And she say, and Kelly, mama stepped in. And she said, Shamia mama say in the name of Jesus, she say don't be entangled with the guilt of bondage. She say you tell the devil that he's a liar. And Drew say she was raised to respect her elders, but what we're not gonna do is have our mothers speak on our behalves. She say they don't want none of Mama J. She say she gonna cover her Bible in a holy oil in the south side of Chicago. And then Shamia said, I did my apology on YouTube. And she said that she didn't think, Shamia was telling her mama that she didn't think it was, it kind of wasn't Shamia because you still throwing shade. But I understand. With your mama around, you got to act like somebody. I get it, girl. I get it because your mama look like she'll backhand smack you in tomorrow. I wouldn't try her either. Between your mama, Portia mama, and they and Kelly mama, you say and Drew mama, all y'all mamas, you say one thing wrong, I'm gonna backhand slap you into next week. I don't want them problems. I respect. I'll sit down. I'm gonna talk junk when you lead to them, but I'll sit down. I never talk to you wrong. So Shamia was saying that she did her YouTube apology, and she apologized. And Drew said that she didn't feel like it. That she said Drew didn't feel like it was genuine, and Drew said you skipped a piece. And then Shamia rolled her eyes, and she said, "Okay, but what is it?" And Drew said you apologized, right? And then in the same outfit, you shaded me, and you said I could have went worse, but I didn't. I could have went all the way there, but I didn't. She said that's a threat. And Shamia say, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. If I'd ever lend an apology, it's authentic. It's coming from a real space. And Shamia say her previous apology was genuine with everybody. Which they showed a clip of where she said, if I ever offended you, if I ever made you less than inferior, I'm sorry. And Shamia said she wanted to, have a heart to keep disliking somebody. They take a lot of energy. Shamia, we understand that your daughter, your mom, I'm sorry, was right there. But if your mama wasn't there, you would have cussed Drew out. And you knew what time it was. So you was trying to keep it cute and put that on mute. I understand because you knew your mama was finna dig in your ass when your mama looked like, I don't care how old you is, I'm gonna dig in your ass when we walk up out of here. That's what she looked like. So now she trying to put on I apologize, girl. Don't tell my mama. Like, come on, I don't want to hear my mama go hard on me. I don't want my mama jumping down my throat for going off at you. Because if my mama find out that I threw some shade at you again, and we had a little issue because it seemed like you telling my mama on me, which it looked like Drew is a little bit. Because you started the conversation in front of her mama. Then my mama gonna cuss me out. She a good Christian woman. She believe in the Lord. But she is from Decatur and she gonna cuss me out. Okay, I'm not. My mama gonna get in me as a grown woman and she know I should not act like this. So I'm gonna be neutral and okay. That's what it was given. My mama right here, I'm not gonna cut up with my mama because my mama, that's my mama. I ain't gonna do that. I know my mom. I know my mother. I know who raised me. I was in the house with her. I know when it, I'm gonna be all right. That's what it was given. So she was just like, they gave each other a hug, talking about, all right, baby, it's all good. Shamia say, I don't have it. I don't want those things. I just want to truly forgive. And, she say she looking forward to moving forward. So Phaedra say, well, we looking forward to moving forward. She say, well, we moving forward. Let's march. So the child, why Phaedra and Shamia start acting like they marching? Why? What is going on? What is happening here? So, they start doing the marching, child. And Cynthia joined in. And Drew say, I do not want to argue when we had chicken and waffles. Okay. So then we get to Nashville, Tennessee. And she's receiving her award. And she's at the so she's at the Academy of Country Music Honors, and she said being honored and having her country music album coming out while standing in a room full of top executives in country music, which she was given a tribute singing a song for Reese Palmer, who is a country music artist. Shout out to Miss Reese, honey. Um, so she went to show her support for her. It was a very beautiful performance. And she said it meant more to her than anything. And then they showed where she, the song ended. So she is in Memphis, Tennessee. She was in Memphis, Tennessee, but on this episode she is, and she come back to Atlanta. So K Michelle the next day is getting is calling her husband, and she calling him, and she says she might be in the hospital when he called, but please call and get here as soon as you can. So from what we see, they're showing needles on the thing, and she said yesterday she went from the red carpet and billboards and record labels and being on stage to now an open wound. And she's seeing a doctor, and she's at the doctor's office, and she says she's there barely sitting. And when she says she's not dying, then he said, no, you have an opening where you previously had surgery, and he said it looked like she have an infection. So she wasn't preparing for the Academy of Country Music performance, and she's sitting there minding her business, and she said she stands up. The whole couch is soaked and wet, and she said she didn't feel anything. She was completely numb. And he said the best thing for her to do is to go in, clean it out, and remove any dead tissue so it can heal properly. He said it's more so of a reconstructive surgery. And she said she was standing there in the bathroom, and everybody was blow drying her down. It was very frantic just to get her on stage to sing. And she didn't understand. She didn't know what was going on with her body, her health, until she got back. And when she got back to the room in Nashville, and he told her not to eat anything, she could go home and relax and wait for a phone call for surgery. She said he gonna step out for her to get dressed, and they're gonna figure out all of what to do. Now, if you guys remember, K Michelle had gotten her surgery done where she had some things taken out. And, she had to keep going through certain surgeries because she got her butt done. And where they cut at it got infected. So while she was singing, we didn't even know she had a little emergency because we saw her singing and okay, and got infected. And now she has to go and get they have to go and get the dead tissue out, reconstruct everything for the wound to heal properly. So, the doctor leaves out, and she's sitting here. She put her glasses on, and she says she's hungry. And she's so hungry. She's like, she really hungry. She didn't think that, that she wasn't going to have to go to no hospital today. And she started crying because she want to eat. She was like, she can't eat all day. And now she got to go back through this thing with her body to get things done to heal properly. So she started crying, and she says she can't believe that she did it to herself. It's the worst thing that she ever done was to get her butt done. And she's crying. And, K Michelle, she don't want to say because of something that she did, but she got her body done trying to get a butt that she already had. She had illegal silicone injections, trying to overdo it, overextend it, and expand it. And she said that was the worst thing that she could ever do to herself because she felt like she paying for it for years. And, her sister says you should give yourself a little bit of grace, in which the things that we could have done differently. And then it ended the episode there. But as you guys know, she expanded her butt, and she started having some complications then already. So we going for next Sunday. They show us a clip of Drew with Black with his no shirt on. And Pinky said that she felt like she failed a lot of other Black women. She don't want to fail them. K Michelle talking to Pinky and Cynthia about saying something loud and saying Portia just don't say something. And K Michelle and Portia having a talk and about K Michelle being mad about the miscarriage. All right. So that she had one, right? So she told Pinky and them about it, that she didn't feel comfortable, and Cynthia told her to just talk to her about it. But we'll see about that next week. Now, what I do want to get into is what's going on with Drew, what's going on with Kelly, what's going on with Dennis, and we're going to get into that right now. So this is the after show of the recap. We are doing our own little after show. Hey, Gloria, and we got some things to discuss, okay? We're going to start with Kelly and Dennis, child. Hold on. So today on the Bravo TV, they showed a clip, right? And the clip was that Kelly was on the phone with Dennis, right? And while, she called Dennis and asked him about the situation, and he said that he congratulated her and she invited him or whatever. And she said, I'm sorry. Dave was on the phone with Portia. And I take that back and asked Portia, was she coming? And she said the flowers broke off. Your flower broke off already, child. And she said, I'm sorry, what happened to the flowers? I'm sorry, I got the wrong person. I'm sitting here listening to the clip and talking to y'all. I wish I could show it. I'm trying to find Kelly's response because if I gotta go on Facebook, it is what it is. Oh my God. Yeah, we finna go through this thread with him, Kelly, and Dennis talking to the people. Is Kelly on here? Because I want to read it to y'all. So Kelly said something. Let me put it up here. Okay. Let me go to this one over here. And we're going to get into what Kelly was addressing tonight. Matter of fact, did I send it to myself? Hold on. I think I did. No, that's something else. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to the housewife thing. No Chase. I follow no Chase on here. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna pull it up on here. Give me a minute. We're not gonna do all that, and then we're gonna go into Drew. So Kelly did address some things tonight. Let me pull it up. So I'm glad I took a screenshot. Do. Come on, baby. All right. So we're gonna address it. So Kelly, he was under the thing, right? In the comment, we're gonna get to it. He say, "Damn, this is for the opening of the one that already closed. Flower, yikes." She say, "I see why your baby mama like girls. Now bye, Demisha." That's what she said about Dennis. Now, as she's on the phone with Portia, as well, while she met there.
That's the vibe. All right. Well, you go ahead, honey. You enjoy your night, okay?
Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate it.
Yes. Wonderful.
Thank you. Bye.
So they throwing slight shade. So somebody said, "Yikes." He said, "Can you confirm this, please?" And he tagged Drew Sidora. And then it said, "Laugh out loud. I need this comment pinned. Clock that T." And then Bingeworthy, shout out to Bingeworthy, y'all. He said, "Laughing my ass off. Oh my God, you are well within your rights here because the shade is real. Love how you ride for Portia. Justin Fam, can you confirm this? Yes or no?" And Bingeworthy said, "Confirmed. Have you seen the waffle content lately?" Child, the waffle content. We're going to go to the waffle content. We're going to go to the waffle content. Hold on. We're going to go to it. So a lot of people are saying, it's a lot of different content. Oh wow, she look different with. She do look different. She must got some stuff done. Her face look fatter. So somebody on site was. Well, we gonna talk about it. Let me go to TikTok. We gonna talk about this Nana chicken and waffles content. We're gonna talk about it because I want to see what the content is giving. Cause child, this is a lie. Okay. Whew. Child, the shade is real, honey. From the lawsuits to all. So we're gonna see in a minute. Okay. So let me go and finish reading. It says, love it, Dennis. Binge worthy, damn dead. It's closed. I saw the other day when I went to Taco Mac in Sandy Springs. If you know what Taco Mac is, y'all know what Taco Mac is talking about. And then Dennis tagged her and said, Jay-Z said it best. Grand opening. He said, haven't seen it. Somebody say, Dennis, tagging Drew. And then the hell. And then somebody say, damn, Dennis, she want to get waffles and none was there. I'm just asking, saying that why she tagged Dennis. So a lot of people start laughing, say Dennis is messy. And they say, Dennis, you messy. You are so petty and I love it. Grand opening, grand closing. Anywho, check that DMG. I know it just made me laugh. Clock it, Dennis. Ain't never seen so many rebrands in a span of a year. Dennis, you know that ish closed. We have seen this type of grand rebranding with Kenya Moore Hair Care and a grand reopening. Y'all thought I was lying? Did y'all think I was lying about Kenya? Kenya had a I knew I wasn't tripping. Kenya had about 50-11 grand reopenings. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. Yes. Now I hope Kelly ain't paid all that money and they didn't open it. Kelly, what's going on? If I gotta go all the way to McDonald's, I'm gonna cuss you out. I am. Cause I gotta go all the way. That's far. But I still love you, girl. They say Dennis has entered the chat. Now that's from Real Housewives, Housewives Men. Then that's a blog of housewives. Exactly, honey. PJ Mama would be his family. Laugh out loud. Bye. Laugh out loud. We cool. FYI. Exactly, Dennis. Dennis, are on this season, are we going to see you? Yes, Detroit come through for Portia. Dennis asked a question. Can somebody give us an answer? Laughing my ass off, right? Make all the noise. It's always about grand opening. Somebody said, wowzers, the flowers don't pay no bills like she didn't. Yes, maybe that's why she mad. Portia, because Portia didn't give her no money. And somebody said, that's right, Dennis. Tell them don't play with PJ Mama. He said, yikes. Somebody said grand closing. Grand opening equals grand closing. He tagged Binge Worthy, said it was closed. Damn, Kelly. And they laughing, period. Dennis shading for his baby mama. Clock it. Wait a minute. I like this. I see why your baby. This what she said it. I see why your baby mama like girls now. Bye, Demisha. And they said, now, Dennis. One thing about Dennis, don't play about his family and Portia with a capital P. Somebody was laughing because what she not going to do is try our girl P. So gay and sassy. That's what somebody told Kelly. Ooh, he being so gay and sassy. And somebody said, get her, Dennis. And then Real Housewives said the landlord sued her in December. Won judgment, now seeking collections. Personal guarantee. Kelly has been accused of swindling an elderly veteran out of $75K and now running from service. What? Child. And somebody, he told Ash, who called, said that he's sassy and so gay and sassy. He said, no, thank you. And somebody said, I love Dennis. He said, damn, baby. He tagged her and said, damn, my baby. This your show and you only got 2 likes from this response. not good. LH Lawson, who's in charge of casting? Then somebody say that's nobody that's because nobody wants her on the show. Somebody say yes, Dennis. Red Hop. Oh, move. Yes, Dennis, read The Hobbit. Ride for Portia. Don't let that broke heifer disrespect PJ Mama. That's your family. That might be better be gone that season. Sick of her. I love how you support Portia. Child, this is too much. So that is the tea of what's going on with that situation with him and Portia. Now we finna get into this before we get into Drew. We are gonna get into Drew, okay? Hold on. Hold on. And we gonna go to Miss Simone Red Wine after that, and we gonna look at some of these documents because my girl be on it. And shout out to my girl. She was live earlier. I'm gonna play a little bit of her live, but I will link her and put her on my community wall and share it so you guys can go see it. But because I don't want her to strike me nothing, even though she won't, but still. So let's go to No Chaser. Well, let me go on Instagram then. So that's what happened today, child. No Chaser TV posted this as well. So Kelly speaks out and addresses the state of the restaurants and Portia claims. So after this episode, she did a little thing of speaking out about what tonight's episode was. And we're going to talk about it. So Kelly speaks out. Kelly Potter addresses the state of her restaurant and Portia claims. She said, hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode, Peaches. I want to take a minute to address something personally and directly. Our Sandy Spring location has been closed since December 2025 as I continue building my waffle empire one at a time. I've learned that growth comes with both wins and valuable lessons, and that location represented a bit of the both. Opening Sandy Springs was an exciting milestone. I invested my money into waffle business at Bravo Andy. However, behind the scenes, it never fully aligned with the vision of support needed to succeed. For the lack of visibility on main shopping center, signage onto ongoing limitations in executing creative concepts. The environment made it difficult to operate at that level, and I expect for more of my brand. When a space doesn't allow you to show it fully or move at the base of your standards, difficult decisions have been made, and closing that location was one of them. Now, from what I was hearing, the parking would be a problem. There were people that live out there in that shopping area as well as restaurants, and they didn't really want her. To be honest, they didn't want the girl there. Okay, we're just gonna be honest. So that location is closed. The only location is Dow. I hope I said it, Dow, Georgia, where you can go get you a nice chicken and waffle, baby. Okay. Now she also said, I also want to be clear. While I remain focused on building a legacy for my daughter and family, there have been assumptions and commentary that attempt to frame this as a downfall. This is simply not the reality. This is my real life, and that location represented a significant investment of the time, resources, energy, and belief. Maybe they should have been doing the same. That shade. Show aside, I show it fully for what I built and expect the same in return. This is not a setback, it's a reset. I move with pure intentions. In the meantime, Nana's Chicken and Waffles location and food truck are still outside serving flavor, experience, and consistency like we've been doing for the past 10 years. All right, y'all. Good night. I've got carpool in the morning. XO, the queen. XXO, the queen of waffles. Then she said, two things are certain. One thing's for sure. I never slept with a married man, but she definitely said she would. No press, just truth. You could have said that on the show. So somebody say, Kelly, you came on this show focused on Portia, and you really should have been focused on your restaurant and promoting it. You are spending countless screen time talking about P and her lifestyle. Maybe she should have been the face of the waffles because you are putting out more commentary into it. Shout out to Kim Pryor. He said, I heard the chicken and waffles are yummy. The restaurant business isn't as easy, so I'm not going to judge. And I agree. Inexpensive as hell. Somebody said, oh, And that's what you got, y'all. And then somebody else said, girl, we don't need all of that. Just say your each closed down and didn't know about the location before. You open it, which she did, and go pay your ex-husband his money and stop fronting. Somebody said, Kelly, you were counting Drew pockets last season. Why should we feel sorry for you? Everybody was like, nah, it ain't cutting. So, that's what she had to say, y'all. It is hard. The location was a lot. Let's be honest. She put more into it with the traveling stuff. Child. And it's okay. Now Portia, Drew, and Cynthia looking like the Real Housewives of Destiny Childs. The Real Housewives of Destiny Child. Hey, Silver Boo. What they give you? Did she supposed to be Beyonce? That's supposed to be Kelly. That's supposed to be, anyway, I don't know who Beyonce, but I know it's probably Kelly in the middle. But anyway, if I remember the thing quickly, come on, go naked. You love Destiny. Okay. So somebody say Atlanta fulfilled in Destiny is go naked. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. I can't. It's giving Real Housewife Destiny Child. That's what it gives, child. It's cute or whatever. But all right, y'all. So that's what's going on with that. I want to see. It's really nothing much to talk about Nana and Chicken and Waffles. But listen, I wish her the best. It was some things going on with the investment. Nana and Chicken and Waffles do look like it's a good place to go eat. So y'all go check them out if you are in the Georgia area, honey. All right, let's get into Drew. So as you guys know, Drew Sidora, from what I'm understanding, shout out to Simone Red Wine. So Simone read the thing. I hope she don't mind me reading it over here to y'all. But I'm just gonna read you a little bit. If you want to see the rest, you can go to Girl Is That Legal on YouTube. Simone went live earlier and she talked about the amended temporary order, right? And it says him, Drew, who was a petitioner and everything. So she put in a petition in March, and it said the foregoing matter come before the court on March 10, the final trial with the petition appearing with the council and respondents appearing with council. As you guys know, Drew will only get alternate weekends for the kids, and I agree with Simone. She said when she was asked, from recap, she said, hey, what's your advice that you would give, Drew? Which I love the answer she gave. She said, I would put the daughter in activities and get a nanny and a driver so they can have a way to school, and she takes them to the activities, after school activities on her weekends. And she put in the effort that she's trying to do better, and I agree with her, because we have seen that mothers get their children taken and they just don't want to do better. The petitioner case regarding matters involving the children in arrest during the respondent testimony as the first witness in the case regarding matters involving the children has resetted with both parties. Produce updated relations financial affidavits. So this was what she was showing. And also, basically, it was meant that they missed days. So on March 6th, the court entered an order in hearing pursuant to the court's, and notice was filed on November 20th, 30th, 2023. Basically, they were not going to school. So basically saying the spring term of 2024, during in which the time the petitioner was awarded primary custody of Gwinnett County Public Schools, reports 29 parties of M. Pittman and 33 tardies for A. Pittman. She attached the file trial exhibit. And in the school year, May 21st, 2025, during which the petitioner was primary custody, 31 tardies for M. Pittman and 28 tardies for A. Pittman. So the kids missed school. And then she said it said for the school year beginning in the August of 2025 during February 17th, 2026, during which petitioner continues to have primary physical custody, 21 tardies for Pittman and 21 tardies for A. Pittman, a particular concern to the court. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let me go to Gwinnett County Courthouse. I'm glad that Simone pulled this up. It should be in the system because you can look up the documents. So basically, they missed days of school. And that's why they were going. That's a lot of absences. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Hold on, y'all. But they did miss a lot of school. And I think because of engagements and filming. But I'm curious to why he got the kids, but I guess so. Guess so. You never know. We'll get into it. So the reason why Simone explained it, shout out to her. The reason why she lost the kids was because this was under her care. So while the kids was in her care, they missed school. So when the kids was with her, they missed school. And that's what happened. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to reset my password real quick. So I can read this myself. So y'all can really get a clear thing. I am starving. Why is it not coming up? I might have to read it off here, y'all. All right, well, Simone, girl, I hope you don't mind me reading off here, but I'm finna read it off here. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to pull it up my thing, but I hope she don't mind. So, from my understanding, like, okay. So it says on January 20, so it says for the school year August of 2025 through February 17, 2026, during the time the petitioner continues to have primary physical custody, GSP reports 21 tardies for Pittman and 22 for A Pittman. A particular concern to the to court for additional 11 unexcused absences for A Pittman and GCPS reports during the same time. On January 20th, 26, Manson Elementary School sent an email to the parents of M. Pittman and A. Pittman expressing concern that both of the children have missed days of school this year, during which the petitioner continues to have primary physical custody. Okay. So on June 20th, 2025, psychiatric professionals of Georgia sent a discharge letter ending the treatment for M. Pittman due to the repeated difficulties with attendance. A warning letter was sent on May 9th, 2025, during which time the petitioner continues to have primary physical custody. Then in 2025, a mental health provider. So basically, she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do with the kids at all. And what she did, that's how she lost her children. Simone gave a lot of good advice for her. Let me put her information in the chat. Y'all go follow her. Let me share it. Baby, let me tell you something. She gonna run down everything, okay? This is her YouTube channel. Baby, when I tell you she go through everything, she go through everything. But so, girl, is that legal? Attorney Simone Redwine. Okay, you can go look more on there. She did specify what happened and why. Basically, why that transpired. Now, Simone also said that she was in big trouble because of the fact was that she had them kids in her care. So while they were in her care and while they were living with her, Drew did not do what she was supposed to do, right? So Drew made a statement today. Let me share my screen because we about to get on out of here. I don't know why I think I ate too early, but it's okay. So Drew releases a statement after the latest divorce proceedings. She said, "Good morning. Some details regarding my divorce have recently became public, although the process is not yet finalized. During this time, Raph and I committed to co-parenting and doing what's best for our children. While certain things are beyond my control, my focus remains on showing up every day as the best mother I can be. Living in the public eye comes with challenges, but I am choosing to move forward with grace, growth, and intention. My children are my priority, and I am committed to leading with love, peace, and positivity. There is no ill intent toward anyone, just because continue focus on healing, evolving, and becoming the best version of myself." So that is what Drew said today. And that's what she's leading us with. She's saying, "I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not upset at anybody." And she said that, she's going to continue to do what she wants to do. And she also posted this. So proud to have been part of such an incredible film. Run, being involved in the project and made theaters was truly a special moment, and seeing it all come to life was that I'm not sure what film she in. Um, hope everyone has a chance to see it and enjoy it as much as we do. And don't forget to turn into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, so that was her movie premiere that she was at called Run. And it's with Erica Mena, Claudia Jordan, it's Drew, my girl Erica Picnic. Now y'all remember Erica Picnic and my girl Annie, I never get her last name right. Elonzi. She's African. But yeah, when I tell you I saw that movie, it was pretty good. It was pretty dope. And then that's Portia. Child, a girl sitting, ain't it? And her mom. She looked gorgeous. But yeah, y'all gonna see it. It is on Tubi as well. Y'all know I don't care for Erica, but I did see Erica Mena, but I care for the other Ericas. Now this Erica, y'all remember was on Love and Hip Hop, and she threw the drink in what's his name face, okay? This the one that threw the drink in Lil Scrappy face and was saying something to Bambi. After that, she been on her thing, so I'm proud of her. She got my support, That's my girl. But yeah, that's Drew. She showed us a picture when she was a little girl. She going through some things. Dang, Drew, you ain't age. You just got older. I see you. I see your light, your softness, your big dreams, even the moments you left unsure of who you became. You growing up in Chicago, you don't always know how strong you are, but God did. You didn't know the roads you would have to walk, the tears you cry, or strength you have to just find to just keep going. But every lesson, every setback, every moment, every doubt was shaping you into the woman you are today. A woman who stands in purpose, a woman who protects her peace, a woman who keeps choosing love, growth, and grace no matter what. I'm proud of you for not giving up, for believing in something bigger, even when life didn't make sense, for holding on to your heart in a world that tried to harden it. Everything you dream of is still unfolding. The woman you're becoming, and she's everything you need. Drew, you look like you was a cute little girl, but you still look like. Let me tell you something. Drew looked like I'm gonna try to sneak off and do it. I'm a good girl, but I'm gonna make sure I don't get caught. I remember she was in that band. Okay, y'all. So that's what her story consists of, and they got the Destiny Fulfilled, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Destiny Fulfilled. Now y'all go cop that. Go Naked Fulfilled of Destiny of Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. If you would love you some quality hair, honey, from Portia, honey. Y'all okay? I don't know what the hell. You can tell her ass, Portia. And we know Act 3 coming. Sit down. All right, y'all. So, Portia is gonna be on Watch What Happened Live with her sister. And she was at Watch What Happened Live. So, with her cousin and her sister, y'all. But yeah, y'all, it was a great. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what you think. We will talk about Scotty with the baby later. Would love to talk about it tonight. I would have to change my thumbnail. But I don't think y'all kind of interested in Scotty with the baby. I have to catch up on the 2 episodes, and then we'll come back with that, and then we'll talk about Baddies USA. But tomorrow we are doing our crime. I got a lot of crime ideas and stuff to talk about this week. We're doing the Duggars, and y'all know we're gonna do the mommy content. I want to thank you guys for coming and watching with me this time of night. I know everybody's tired. We finna go. I'm ready. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the show tonight, the episode in the comments. My thoughts is I feel like, and I'm gonna be honest, they're getting back to what we really know, and what we see as what's and what we think, I mean, Real Housewives to be. And I'm so glad that we sit in here and get to see it. I'm enjoying it. We want to go back to the Real Housewives. We want to go back to the days with the shade. We want to go back to with everything. We want to go back to all of that. And I feel like that is what we're getting. Like Portia with her shades, Kelly holding it, strong in there. She's hanging in there, hanging on in there. So we like it now. We like it. There's a lot of shade that happened tonight, but y'all, I can't wait. But yeah, don't forget tomorrow. That's what we're gonna talk about. We got some crime updates. It's a lot of them. We got some new crimes, and then we are going to jump into the Duggars, and we'll be back with Marissa and the other child, the Crash Outs. So we have Marissa, Liv. I don't know. Will Rose be on tomorrow? I'll try to talk about her without putting her picture, like putting a video of her up, but we'll just go through it that way. That way we could be safer. Now, I'm going to let you guys know, if I talk about Rose, we're going to members. So that's just what it is, y'all. If I discuss Rose, we're going to members. We're going to go to members. Ain't got time for her ass. And ain't got time for it all. So if y'all want to talk about Rose, we could do Rose separate in members. Dang it, I can't do it yet. But right now, we got to hit 1K for me to go to members. We got to hit that 1K. We hit that 1K, we can go to members. And we're not worried about no damn Rose. You hear me? All right, you guys, I'm going to go. I want to thank y'all. I had a good old time. I will keep you guys updated. We're going to talk about Drew. We will. I'm going to keep y'all updated. We're going to send our prayers to Drew. And I'll see you guys in this. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. And I will have peach drinks. I promise. I promise you. Bye, y'all. I got a surprise to tell y'all later.